Nikoll Wheater left Oregon at 15 to try and make it big in Hollywood. She became a successful model, landing jobs with Victoria's Secret and meeting supermodels like Gisele Bündchen. In her quest for fame and fortune, she modeled sexy lingerie and made the covers of racy magazines like Maxim and Esquire. That kind of modeling left her feeling used and empty.
I just felt so degraded. I mean, here the photographer was like, bend down and, go lower and stick your chest out or do this or suck in your stomach. And I just felt really bad about myself.
By age 23, Nikoll fell into a deep depression. A Christian friend urged her to reach out to Jesus for help.
And I just said, God, show me that there's a better way. And I accepted the Lord, and my mind was renewed through God. And I just realized my mind was almost like clear. I knew that I was put on this earth for a bigger purpose.
Part of that purpose is to shine a light on the dark side of fashion. That includes taking on Cosmopolitan and its highly sexual content. Nikoll feels the magazine targets teens by putting young actresses like 18-year-old Dakota Fanning and Disney favorite 19-year-old Selena Gomez on the cover.
It is so damaging because it's so explicit, and the sexual tips in there are just so pornographic, and it's so harmful to girls because you have girls as young as 13 or 14 that are buying the magazine. And
you're taking on Cosmo single-handedly pretty much, and the FTC. This pretty much sounds like David and Goliath.
When I started this, I had no idea what I was up against. I was in for a huge mountain. Unfortunately, the magazine has still to this day not yet responded to me.
But the public has responded. So far, more than 24,000 people have signed her petition on change.org. It states that Cosmo is filled with adult content, so it needs to be sold in a plastic bag to people over 18. Her petition caught the attention of the FTC, which is now reviewing the magazine's content.
The power is in numbers, and most importantly, we have God behind us, so I know it's going to happen.
But most people say, oh, it's just Cosmo. Yeah. They're a little over the top, but you're saying that's not the case.
No, not at all. I mean, people think it's just a fun women's fashion magazine, but the magazine, the central core of the magazine is all about pushing sex from a young age to girls, but pushing it in a very graphic manner. It's not just saying, oh, have sex with your spouse, or it's saying, girls, give it up right away to a hookup. That's the term they always use.
Studies show that over-sexualization of girls is detrimental to their psychological growth. That's why Nikoll reaches out to young women on her website called Project Inspired. Her blogs point out what it means to have a healthy self-image, not a perfect one like in magazines.
I want to tell girls that they're so beautiful and perfect the way God made them, and they're a masterpiece. And so there's a lot of articles that talk about, their self-worth through God and how they're put on earth for a purpose.
Nikoll also reveals that most of the models you see in magazines are photoshopped. On her website, Nikoll even shows how she was photoshopped, revealing the before and after photos.
I saw the top model, Gisele Bündchen, being retouched in real time on the computer. He was making her nose thinner. He was making her hair have more volume. He made her thighs skinnier. So even the models themselves are not skinny enough or perfect enough.
Nikoll, you're still doing some modeling and commercials, but there are certain types of modeling that you won't do anymore.
Yeah, I will not do any lingerie work. That is the number one thing I will not do. I won't do any swimwear ads.
That cuts out a lot of jobs right there, lingerie and swimsuits.
Yeah, it really does. But I'm a married woman. I mean, my body is for my husband. I don't want to parade my body around to just anyone.
While Nikoll still enjoys modeling, she's most passionate about being a role model for young women. She gets about 90,000 hits a month on her website, where she also enjoys sharing the Word of God.
And in Proverbs, he says, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches.
Nicole hopes to inspire young women to have a balance, enjoy fashion, but never lose sight of the fact that they are a beautiful, one-of-a-kind creation, and that true fulfillment only comes when you live your life for Jesus Christ. Wendy Griffith, CBN News.